Alright, welcome in YouTube to another Risk of Rain 2 loadout race highlight. I'm your gamer host, and we've got an interesting one for today. All of the racers here, first off, I guess I should say we're playing loader, maybe not the most wanted loader loadout, right? They have the is that a spiked fist? No, that's a grapple fist, right? Can't deal damage with the punch. Or with the fist, with the grapple. Stuck with the Thunder Punch and Thunder Slam, right? So lots of situations where you can get prone by enemies and other things like that. Gonna be pretty tough. It's a loadout where you can go fast, but it's kind of an illusion of speed at times, as a lot of people think they're a lot more safe than they really are. Right. So we see up in the top left, JD, one of our racers here today. In with the what was that, like a platinum blue loader? I don't think, no, that's a little too blue. Already activating the TP, already fighting this Vagrant, and it's gonna be in a lot of trouble, right? Getting all this swing up, like all this build up and wind up, and does nothing. Right, doesn't have any healing, only has 100 some HP, and air enemies like Wisps, and, well, Vagrants for that matter, gonna be a problem for them. In the bottom left, we've got Zinc. I'll just go ahead and do this. Actually, there's a lot going on here. Actually, let me just pause right here, right, so I can kind of explain stuff. Is this loadout's going to go very fast, right? We'll actually go to W here, who has a syringe, not much else. The 20-second steed, and also a very similar shade of blue. We'll call this more of like a cobalt blue. Right, not like the icicle blue that the JD's in. Chill it here, right? Very similar in seeding, right? The 22nd compared to the 20th. Then we have Killer Buddy, the 19th seed. Now, seeds 19 through 22 at the end of the league will have to compete in a wild card round where only 2 of them will get to advance into the actual tournament. So this is actually, I mean, I don't think this is going to be how it is in the final standings, but a very, very, well, let's say a glimpse into what could be a wild card round and what the talent is at towards the bottom of the tournament bracket. But Killer Bunny's here, I believe, is that just default loader color? No fancy stuff going on here. Has a PSG and a wrap, right? Pretty good stuff to pull out a TP fight. And then we've got the 3rd seed, Zinc here, fighting a Vagrant. Has some crit, has PSG, has a lot of barrier. Right, from just, I don't know if it's just knuckle booming or what, but it's very powerful with loader. One of the fastest loaders, not only here in the hosting league, but in the Risk of Resources show match league as well. Right, and let's just see how this loader fight goes on. As Zinc is gonna finish off the Vagrant, right, was using the Thunder Slam to get away. It's a Warhorn, doesn't have equipment to use it. JD, meanwhile, right, taking a lot of shots, taking a lot of hit from these Wisps. Oh god. About to die, right? Trying to take cover, trying to hide behind this beetle. Might be able to pull off the kill, does pull it off, has a gasoline, that's kind of convenient, kind of helpful. And while JD is just barely holding on to life, I forget if, oh jeez, taking so many hits. I think he's gonna end up dying here. Oh, yep, that's death, and that's gonna be really tilting. JD, known for his pauses after death. I was very much the same way. Just having to finish off the TP. Again, doesn't have the spiked grapple. Killer Bunny, meanwhile, winds up a punch and hits a arch and does absolutely nothing with that. Did print the repulsion armor plate and other items and 2 focus crystals, plus 40% damage. I kind of like that. Right, not a bad play. Obviously, you gotta punch into your swings, but not doing too terrible there. You know who's doing terrible is JD, who yet again is about to die. Is just getting harassed by these Wisps, and notice what JD's doing. It is just grappling into the Wisps. That would be good, right? That's a good tactic to do if you have the spiked fist, if you have the spiked grapple, right? Doesn't have that. You don't want to grapple right into the Wisp. They can really hurt you. But it's only going to die once. Gets a syringe, not really too helpful. Gets it knuckle booms 15% faster. Don't really need much attack speed. And, oh, Killer Bunny. How did Killer Bunny survive that? Hold on. Oh, take a look at this. Killer Bunny here. Really close to death. Oh, geez, just sees the Vagrant Blast, and can I slow this down without bit rating? Oh, wow. Like 2 pixels off from getting killed by that, right? Definitely would have been a death. But it's going to be okay so far, right? Still has to finish off this Vagrant. Uh-oh. Doesn't Thunder Slam. At that point, you either got to just commit, do a few punches, or just, I don't know, get behind quick. But being lukewarm between 2 decisions is now not only 1 death from the Vagrant Blast, but possibly what could be a 2nd death. The Killer Bunny, nope, gonna be fine, but again, just keeps using that punch and doesn't have the punch left over to actually hit the Vagrant. There is a limited amount of distance that can be pulled out from the Thunder Gauntlet, right? And oh, here comes a mending enemy. Just again slams right into a Vagrant Blast, and now there's a mending beetle just harassing Killer Bunny. And what was looking like to be an easy stage 1 with the double focus crystal, you can't punch from that far away with this one. Oh man, I mean this is just an experience issue here for Killer Bunny, who's finally gets a punch, and because of the mending enemy isn't able to pull off the kill because of the level up. That is now a 3rd death for Killer Bunny, who is really starting to struggle with this Vagrant. Wow, triple death already for poor Bunny. And while that happens, let's go ahead and go back a little bit. What could be maybe a 4th death. Oh my god. 3 health, 2 health, dead again. 4 deaths here for Killer Bunny, who is really not having a good time with his loadout. Oh, meanwhile, other racers, in case you missed it, not too much to look at, but Zinc just absolutely annihilated the stage 2 boss. Right, went all in on Focus Crystal stage 1, has 4 of them. JD did not go for Focus Crystals, does have a Crit Glass from stage 2, does have or maybe that was stage 1, I'm not sure. Could have been a stage 1 item. Zinc getting a little low in health. JPW also went all in except for Gasoline. I kind of like that play, right? JP with 4 Focus Crystals, very good. Pauses for a second. Zinc ... Wait, what happened with Zinc? Why is Zinc not happy? Hold on. Gotta go back. So Zinc, charging that TP. Sees a drone. Doesn't really see anything else. Gonna slam on the ground. What is going on with Zinc here? Oh, it takes a lot of damage. Don't tell me there's like a Void Cradle or something. It's a healing drone. Doesn't really see much. See the healing chest, and oh my god, accidentally gets the accidentally hits a gunner drone instead. Oh, that's funny. That is actually really funny. And Zinc does not get the healing item. Maybe we'll see from one of the other racers what that is. That makes it to the next stage with a really super powerful gunner drone. Ooh, boy. Oh boy. Just chilling with that harpoon. Gotta get a little bit of healing there. I didn't get the healing chest, which can give you slugs, which is pretty good, pretty good healing. Even a monster tooth is healing. Okay. And while Zinc is on stage 3, JD's on stage 2, has a death though. So good play to print those Focus Crystals before picking up that crit, by the way. Or Killer Bunny, who's going to finally make it out of stage 1, has 4 deaths. Really loves Thunder Gauntlet, right? Again, is definitely having a little bit of an experience issue with this loadout. And makes it to the wetland aspect. Oh well. Razor Wire is the stage 3 TP item, by the way. You look at Zinc here Has a razor wire, got a hoof as well before hitting TP. Not bad. That gunner drone that he so dearly wanted, also about to die. He's taken so many hits from those blind pests. Looks like it might live. Oops. Zinc is going to be done with the stage 3 TP. And our other racers here, I mean, JD finally finishes off the stage 2 TP. And maybe not finally, still not doing too bad on time, right? Going to be able to make it, right? Has 180 bucks to spend on stage 2. Sees a large chest. I don't think anyone went for this. What's in here? Gets a, well, okay. I wouldn't really call that a huge advantage with a squid polyp. Might be helpful on phase 4. We'll see. But JP gets a Will-o'-the-Wisp. Again, I don't really like Will-o'-the-Wisp unless you have like more than one. Otherwise, it just kind of explodes on the enemy and you don't really hit anything else. You kind of need some sort of grapple, whether that be Void Band or your Rex with Tangling Growth, or there's a Primordial Cube, right? If you don't really have any of that, unless there's 40 enemies and you have to like bundle them up because you're in cope mode, not really getting much value from that. And hey, whoa, Zinc, where did you find that? Hold the phone. Zinc finishes off the TP, sees, oh, it's a Void Cradle right next to TP. Accidentally, it's a Sulfur Pod when opening that up thanks to the Razor Wire, and ends up almost dying, though in a very controlled environment, gonna be fine. Just don't have that happen too much. Gets a Monster Tooth, that could be some healing, but also sees a Slug and takes that over Goat Hoof because Goat Hooves are not that good on Loader. JD's on to stage 3. Not too far behind Zinc. Maybe a whole TP event, but I'm definitely ahead of JP and definitely ahead of Killer Bunny. Right? We got 2 people here on stage 3, maybe one about to be on stage 4. But then we've got these 2, right? Just activating the TP. Maybe Killer Bunny, yeah. JP, I mean, W's a little bit further ahead. Killer Bunny, obviously, with the 4 deaths, would be in a little bit of a better spot. Zinc enters stage 4. And, oh, almost had a Thunder Gauntlet moment. Oh, you know who just had a Thunder Gauntlet moment is Killer Bunny. Take a look at this. You know what's worse than being already 4 deaths down and you're only on stage 2? Getting hit by a jellyfish. You have a watch, able to do 20% more damage, might be able to start coming back. And, oh, you see it? Overloading jellyfish. There it is. Sorry I hit the back button there, or the forward. I skipped in the future there a bit. And let's see that again. Killer Bunny, chilling, gets some hits. There's another overloading jelly. And boom, hit. Oh no, comes from behind. You can't run away from this. There's literally nothing you can do except accept your fate and try to forget about the fact that you're already at 5 deaths. Despite the fact it's only stage 2. Alright, you've got 2 things you can do at this point. Probably the most, like, what I would do. And it's a little sad, and it's a little bit, some call it inting. I call it just trying to rush to completion. Just maybe not throw yourself into the enemy every 2 seconds, but, you know, go fast, play really aggressive, try and catch up, and try to finish first real time. Because with 3+5s, and I mean, the way Killer Bunny's playing, probably going to rack up more. You want to try and at least get a completion. You don't want a DNF. A do not finish where you... Any racer here in the league, if they finish... if after a racer completes a run, at any point if a racer goes below 40 minutes of that time, that first place is, they are forced to concede. And, wait, hold on. Oh, no. Oh, you know who's probably going to die? I forget if this happens or not. This was, like, recorded a few days ago. JD has, like, 50 blind pests in the air. 1 punch and they all die? Oh my god. Almost died, but saved by Broach. Giga Broach value. Oh, Thunder Punch moment. You have to be, like, right on the enemy before you use that punch. JD really struggling. Zinc getting a death mark from the TP boss, by the way. Dealing with some larva, but JD here, again, just... Oh, at 4 health, gets hit by a couple alpha constructs and some blind pests, and that's a death number 2. Oh, man. JD, I mean, did manage to get in 3rd place in week 3, right? At least has some points at this point. At least doing a little bit better than where he was at, but here just already at double deaths, already maybe not feeling too good about this run. And same with Killer Bunny for that matter. He finds a supermassive leech alongside JD. Oh, I think everyone except for Zinc has a leech. Yeah, look at that. Leech, leech, leech. 3 leeches. Cool stuff. Very neat. And W is now on to stage 3 as well. Does not have the crit that the other racers have. Doesn't really have a whole lot. Has 2 healing drones for healing, but those will die pretty easily on this stage. And oh my god, what a pull. Take a look at this down on the bottom left. Over on Zinc, Zinc finishes off the TP, sees an adaptive chest, and immediately, having gotten that polyloot from stage 3, sees a uke, takes a uke. Now at double polyloot. And grabs a Molotov for his one and only equipment. In a pretty good spot, right? Doesn't have any bans per se, but when you don't have bans, but you are loader and you have 2 polyloot, and you have some crit, and you've got 4 focus crystals, you've got some good damage. Like, really good damage against Mithrix. Especially if you just go super duper fast. Phase 1 will be a breeze. Phase 3, maybe some more time will have passed, and will be a little tough. But man, look at that damage. Just immediately annihilating that Xi construct and gets an ATG. It's just, I mean, it's a really good proc chain. Not necessarily always the situation you want to seek out proc chains if you're playing as loader, but they're not bad. If you see one, you have really high damage. You also have, with Thunder Slam and Thunder Punch, you have 2 different chances, right, to proc something. JD, by the way, going to have the same thing that happened to Zinc happen to him. Gets the polyloot. It's gonna be fine. It's power elixir. Don't want to lose that immediately. Look out. And uh-oh. Oh, this is not good. Killer Bunny. Okay, if you're Killer Bunny right now, you have a supermassive leech. Just use it now, punch one thing, and you go back to full health. But you gotta remember, and everyone always thinks of the massive leech as like a garbage equipment. Yeah, there's the death. How much health did Killer Bunny have? 100, 112, 113, right? Getting decent health regen. You are loader at level 9, but yeah, just takes a hit. Would have survived that had he used the supermassive leech, and could still use it, right? You spawn only at half health. Like, if you want to double the time it takes for you to die from death to death, if you're inting, not inting, but just constantly struggling. See another death there. You gotta remember you have an equipment. You just gotta do it. Right, JP, I mean, I don't know, wanted empathy core spare drone part or something like that. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but gave his only equipment, the supermassive leech, when he has a warhorn nonetheless. Right, all these racers have warhorns. You can use the massive leech, if not as a damaging equipment by itself, it can become one with warhorn, right? Higher rate of knuckle boom. It's not bad. And when you're at 20 health, 40 health, come on, Killer Bunny. Just remember you have the equipment right here. Come on. JD finding a cautious slug, only at 2 deaths, a lot better than Killer Bunny's 8. JP a lot better than JD's 2 deaths, right? JP is deathless, and is going to be able to get through the stage 3 TP deathless as well. Not bad. Zinc, meanwhile, take a look at this host skip. This is a loader variant. I'm going to go ahead and go back a little bit. So what you do for this is you have to, like, grapple a certain point, right before you go out of bounds, you just hold on to the grapple, and you punch yourself up, and then you build up the speed by going down. And then using the host skip spot, you go shoo. It's especially good to do with a loadout like this. If you have Thunder Slam, if you have Thunder Punch, normal pylon like grapple tech that can get you up at a similar time just isn't as good as that. And Zinc is going to be able to just instantly go boom. Right? Does Zinc have much movement speed? Just a hoof. Does Zinc have backup max? No. Does Zinc have pylons? No. And like next to nothing, but able to get in the Mithrix fight that fast. And it's just such a good technique that every racer should at some point try to learn. You can just try and replicate what you saw there if you're a racer and you're watching this. I know a lot of you guys do watch these. Always looking for something new to learn. Right? JD, by the way, activating the TP on stage 4. We'll see how he does. Kind of misses a lot of those knuckle booms on the Soul's control unit. Taking a few hits from these glacial larvae, JD is having to hide back. But, oh, jeez, there's a lot there. Really not using that Thunder Slam that well. Picks up the Supermassive Leech, thinking, oh man, might need a little bit of survivability down the line. Takes that over the Molotov, and now is completely frozen. And what happened? How did he die? Can I, like, slow this down? Okay. Just frozen. And then, oh, don't bit rate. Something hits him for 211 damage. Oh, I think it was just like the first shot of the eyeball. Yeah, it just takes him out. Unfortunate. Now at 3 deaths, right? You can really only afford about, 8 deaths, assuming you get in first place, and assuming that right, if someone finishes in first place, deathless, you have to finish as fast as them with 8 deaths, or for every death less, you can finish 5 minutes slower, which is honestly a lot. You just really gotta be careful. You gotta treat your lives with care. Treat it like it's an actual, maybe less of a speed run after the first or second death, and treat it more like you're playing Risk of Raid 2, and you're just playing casual, playing for fun, and you don't want to die. Maybe you're doing like a win streak or something. Right? You really can't afford these deaths. And JD just going all out on that Elder, taking a lot of hits. Zinc, meanwhile, right, still has that ATG, still has the Polyloot, has crit, has 4 focus crystals, is just doing really good. Right, look at that Polyloot proc. There's an ATG that came out. Boom, you saw that damage. It's gonna use the Thunder Slam right next to Mithrix Mid Pizza. That's a good strategy, good tactic. It's almost done with the Mithrix fight. And oh wait, what just happened? W. Dealing with some larva. Oh, takes a hit there from the Greater Wisp, and uh-oh. Mending Larva. Oh, but before the Mending Larva could even activate, before they could even finish him off, it was the Vulture that got him? Yeah, Vulture death. Was running in a straight line away from him. Maybe it wasn't exactly thinking about it. Maybe it was a stray shot because they were pretty far away off of a drone. But still a hit nonetheless, and that's still a death. The poor W, who now is at 1 death, right, can only afford, I want to say 7 more. But unless Zinc dies, which I don't think he is at any time, does not get the phase 4 skip. Right, tried to either get the ATG to go out, tried to get a Knuckle Boom skip. Didn't have either happen, but does have a Gubo. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe was concerned that Gubo was going to proc the ATG and kill him. Doesn't happen, though. And oh my god, I was not paying attention while that happened. While the phase 4, everything was going on for Zinc. Look at Killer Bunny here at 453 health. How is Killer Bunny still alive? Yes, you're looking at Thunderslave, but you also have... You have this. You have Where's my cursor? You have this. Use it. Use it. Get your health back. You get like instantly to full health. It's way more healing than a foreign fruit ever would be. Killer Bunny just unbinded Q. Can't use the supermassive leech. And now because oh well, Killer Bunny's at 16 deaths here. Oh no, that was only 10. Got like 11 now. Yeah, it's gonna be a DNF once Zinc finishes. W meanwhile only at 1 death. Right, and I mean, Zinc borderline getting a sub 20 with this run. Almost a sub 20 with Thunder Punch. Wowee. Really good time. Like it, Zinc. Has 2 Polyloot, crit, ATG, armor piercing round, watch, 4 focus crystal. I mean, none of the other racers I think even have that good loot. We take a look over at W though. Why are there 3 Souls Control units? Was there a Mount Shrine hit? Were was feeling a little confident hit a Mount Shrine? I don't know how else there would be. I don't even think that's... I think it must be like a initial spawn and then 2 others. Oh, that's a larva. Was that Glacial Larva that just hit him? That was a something larva. An elite of some sort. Gets the kill on JP, and JP's in trouble. Right, gave away the Supermassive Leech. Doesn't have the healing. JDK taking a little bit of a timeout here. Taking a little bit of a breather. Maybe not feeling the best. Knowing that that loader has to be a fast run, and fast indeed, as Zinc gets a sub 21. And we're looking at the time to beat being at a 20 minute and something second. Borderline sub 20 with Thunder Punch and Thunder Slam. Zinc does it again. Just really fast times here. 20 minute, 41 second run. So not just time to beat, but that's going to be time to deny. Bonus is 25:41. I don't even know if we can do that though. Killer Bunny gets the notification, can concede. Quacks come back. And let's go ahead and just pull it down to here. Let's see. 30 minutes and 41 seconds is double bonus. Yeah, that can't happen. Zinc automatically gets double bonus points for that finish. GG to Zinc. That is one of the fastest runs I've ever seen with that loadout. And you did it here in the hosting league. Well played, Zinc. And another death for JP, by the way. So we'll just go ahead and do time to complete. And that's going to be at a 60 minutes and 41 seconds. Wow. It's like the lowest I've had that number at. We'll just go ahead and focus on JP here while JD is paused. Okay, he's back. Right, at 35 minutes, right, took a couple minutes to pause, but JP and JD are both at the same amount of deaths, right? Oh, if you're JD, just use the leech. Does no one like to use Supermassive Leech? Is it like illegal to use it? Does the game crash if you... It's free health. You're not at full health. You're saving it for phase 3 Mithrix or something? I don't know what's going on. People really don't like that equipment. I know maybe it's like more one of those syndromes. Or not syndrome. It's going to be the Molotov that JP picks up. Might use it on the equipment drone that died. Not sure though. JP's thinking, decides, yeah, it's time to go. Got 3 deaths. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy, go back, go back, go back, pause. Observe. Observe. JDK, 21 HP. about to die. What do you do? Well, what have I been yapping and screaming all about this whole time? Just press Q, right? And Knuckle Booms gets a little bit of health back. And 19 health. Oh, don't want to die again. Oh, there it goes. Supermassive Leech. Health. Already at full health in like half a second there. Insane. Insane. If only people use this, you get it every minute. It's like a full heal with one punch. It's so good in comparison to just not doing anything. I'm not calling it like the most ideal. Oh, well. Oh, man. Alright, let's go through this one. As JP's finishing up the TP and going on to stage 5. After that save happened, after all of that, this son of a... I don't know if I'm allowed to finish that. Teleports it behind him, hits him down to 139, and he tries to punch right into a Mending Alpha Construct, which gets just a straight beeline of a shot. He dies. Well, hey, I mean, it could be worse. If you're JD, you could be at 5 deaths right now, right? That usage, that application of the equipment did save a life there, potentially. And JD's just gonna go ahead and activate TP. Right, has the 4 deaths. Knows he's up against one of the best loaders in the world of Zinc. Thinking, oh, maybe I can try and finish in second. Maybe get third, right? Everyone's always better than you when you're playing these games. And JP, oh my god, is that the same overloading? I think it is. JP. Nope. Slow down, I gotta narrate it, right? Sees an overloading parent, says, alright, it's Molotov time. We all know what Molotov does. It does nothing. There goes the parent, slams, not even a direct hit, but still just huge damage taken. Oh no, it just jumps the wrong way. You're supposed to jump away from it, not into it. And as a result, takes a death, gets the Thunder Slam back, gets the Thunder Punch back from the death, and is gonna try to finish it off. Doesn't even get that. Hopefully not a double death here. We'll keep it in slow-mo. Gets a couple more Knuckle Booms, just really playing aggressive. There's an Alpha Construct, gonna get a straight shot. Parent gets a hit in. The parent is dead. JP's at like 23 health. No, 23 curse, 153 health. And I think is gonna make it out alive here. Oh my gosh. There's so many deaths racking up. And for JP and for JD at this point, JD who has finished off the Alpha Construct, or Xi Construct, my god, has a chance, right, to come back here. Still has 18 minutes. If you play a good Mithrix, you got ATG, you got some crit, you got some bands, right? Or band, anyway. The fire band. Right, not even Zinc had that fire band. That's a unique item. Has a crowbar even for phase 2. Could have an easy phase 2. You've got a really, really good loadout in JD's build. But oh no, that stupid overloading parent's back. Please don't tell me. Please don't tell me. I already forget most of this, and it's only been a couple days. Oh, walks into it, but uses it. Uses the equipment. Oh my god, he might live. He might live. He needs to hit something. He needs to hit something. Razor Wire to save them. With the healing, runs out of leech, and gets both killed. Okay. The Lemurian's dead. The parent's dead. JP has started the TP fight, by the way. We'll see how JP goes. How's JP? Well, gets Bandolier back. Loses a watch. Still alive, though. Barely alive. Doesn't have the supermassive leech that JD has. Right, that supermassive leech, one of the only forms of healing with how much they're getting hit, how many hits they're taking. Right, both racers almost dead. As JD, one bounce from death, gets hit. Oh no. Oh no. We gotta go back. We gotta see what happened. JD just holding on for dear life for so long. Look at all these alpha constructs. When you have this many alive, you gotta kill them. You gotta take them out slowly. Even if it's just 1 or 2 at a time, TP's fully charged, you can run away. And JD tries to go for that. Tries to escape, gets hit by that one, getting clipped, getting stuck on the wall, and so many bouncing shots, so many ricocheting shots, doesn't even see the alpha construct right there, and walks right into it and takes a death. Ouch. W dealing with a few mending wisps. At 46 minutes right now. Right, again, these racers had like double the amount of time that it took for Zinc to even do the run. Right? Zinc could repeat this run, do it again, repeat this run, do it again, and with the amount of endgame time that JD and JP are at, I mean, it's one thing when you're playing Mario Kart or something when someone laps you, right? It's always like the most demotivating thing. But if someone could double overlap you, that's just how you know that things are not in a good situation. But there's an Ice Band. Oh wow, Ice Band and Fire Band for JD. And still has 10 minutes to be able to finish this run if you can pillar skip. But you should be able to, your loader. Right, just play it fast. You've got a good build. But you probably don't feel that you've got a good build after 6 deaths. What could these racers use? Well, JP picks up a Ben's raincoat that was next to a grandparent. JP, who still has 13 minutes before needing to concede. JP, who is gonna go to the teleport. If JP goes right now, okay, JP has a chance. JP's got a chance, has a good build. Right, the deaths don't reflect that, but it's a good build. JD has 5 green scrap. Gonna try to go for soup. Oh, both of these poor racers here. You know what's cool? If you have a drone at the start of this stage and you're using this loadout, as a loader, you can just straight up grapple onto the drone and just go. But you gotta get kind of lucky with it. A drone grapple can save you a lot of time. And then if you do have pylon and you go for a drone grapple, you can go drone grapple, pylon grapple, and it's super duper fast. Ooh, nice ATG proc for JD. Hopefully that hits something good. There's an ignition tank suit that JD pings. Like how we have JD on the left and JP on the right. We'll refer to JP as W for the remainder of this race. W going for the loader tech. When you use your punch, just use your punch downward. Oh, a little too late now. Gonna have to just wait out a little bit. Not the end of the world. Grapple. Punch down, punch down, punch down. Punches up. It's not gonna work. Oh, no, gets it anyway. Okay, cool, I'm done. LOL. There's an ICBM, pocket ICBM suit. And JD goes for it. It falls down. There it is. But JD's got to move, right? JD with +1, +5. That's fun to say. At 5 deaths, right? Only has 7 minutes to kill phase 4. And is going for the host skip. Oh no. I hope to God JD feels confident with the host skip. This one's hard to pull off. It's a little too far to the right. But it's good enough. W gets an extra life instead of the ICBM, right? Didn't see the ICBM there, but that extra life might be enough. Hold up. Oh, don't go into that. Oh, don't go into it. Loses the ATG. Oh, no. Really good pillar skip, by the way, for JD. But look what happens to JP. Over on the right. You messed up the alternate loader skip that we've been seeing more and more as of late. Look at JP here. Goes to the soup, gets a Dio's best friend's like, oh man, this is good. But now, Pause. Let's do a little bit of an examination. What are the odds that JP picks up this pocket ICBM and keeps this ATG? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green items. Well, let's see. If this is going to take 5 out of 7 green items, it's a 5 7/7 chance. 5/7 chance that you lose the ATG. So this is only going to work out 2 out of 7 times. If I do the math on that, it's about, like, what? About a 28.5% chance of happening? I'm not a math major, so I wouldn't know, but it's not going to work, right? If we were to give that a grade, it would be an F, and not an F+. It's like an F- gamble. Do not recommend doing this. JP's like, oops. Loses the razor wire, loses the ATG, loses some other garbage. And that's not good. Unfortunate. ICBM was a mistake. It was. and JD begins the fight here. It's at 53 minutes. Right. Cannot die. If JD dies once, it's probably going to be a DNF. And Mithrix takes a weird hammer swing. Gotta look out when he does it. Sometimes he gets weird with it. JD does have a feather, can play it kind of safe because of that. Right? Fortuna's W. W doesn't have the feather. Oh, close hammer. Close grapple moment for JD. Another close hammer moment. Gets Mithrix down to 75% health, though. That's good. Very good indeed. Hasn't gotten lucky with the ATG procs yet. Hasn't gotten lucky with the Polyloop procs yet. Haven't seen anything. What is going on, game? Come on. Right, one good thing about this loadout is that you have the Thunder Slam, which is giving you more second chances to proc those items. Right, you've got 2 abilities that do lots of damage. Is playing really aggressive. I like to see that. Right, has a turn opal, no opal. Okay, but still playing aggressive nonetheless. Right, and because of that, it's already almost done with phase 1. We'll just focus in on JD here, actually. Well, W continues to attempt a pillar skip. I'm gonna save him the embarrassment there. $60 minutes and 41 seconds. You're down to about 5 minutes, but there, finally it happens. Oh my god. That took forever. That took forever to get the ATG proc, but it finally happens, and now we are in phase 2. All right, you gotta land your hits, and you can't use your punch from far away. You gotta wait until you're right on the enemy, and then you use it. Use your leech. Come on, JD. You've been learning the power of the leech. Uses the leech, razor wire with the leech, keeping him alive. Punches in the wall. Oh god. And with these wisps and stuff, no more leech is gonna save you now. I think that's gonna be death. Tries to slam, but isn't enough. Timeout is called, and JD will have to concede. A really good run, a really good loadout, but just got the right stuff when those things were a little bit too late, and on top of that was up against Zinc, right? Maybe against any other racer, and might have had an extra few minutes. Maybe would have been able to take 1 extra death. Competition's fierce when you're up against Zinc. But it's not over yet. We still have W here, who has 7 minutes, has an extra life, right, did accidentally lose the ATG along with that, right? If it was just the ICVM or just the DL's best friend, things could be a little bit better, but is a little weak on damage. Right, every time, well, the ATG literally can't proc. Oh god! In phase 1, or just taking so many hits. There's a hammer swipe. Mithrix tries to hit his drone, but thankfully, because the DLs is still alive, still has another 6 minutes to do this. It's definitely possible to do a Mithrix fight in 6 minutes with these items, right? Still has an APR, still has a Polyloot, can get a little lucky with those. Still has a Thunder Slam. Not really using a Thunder Slam much. You want to try and do that to double the chances of you getting those Polyloot procs. You want to punch into an enemy, then use a Thunder Slam, and then use your grapple to run away. And if you can't do that, right, if you have to grapple into the enemy first, well, you're probably playing Thunder Slam wrong. I personally just like to walk up to an enemy or let them walk up to me, get my punches in, because you automatically get put at a pretty high velocity with Thunder Slam. Right, the extra 10-20% damage from the velocity isn't really worth it when you're prone and don't have backup mags. If you have backup mags, you can grapple in. But oops, not 55 points. I mean, one death and it's over. Things are going really slow. Didn't know you can grapple off that. W continues to stay grappled. Does the Thunder Slam a little, or Thunder Punch a little too far away. Again, doesn't get the value from that. It's not Charge Punch. A lot of people are super used to Charge Punch. A lot of people, when they play Mithrix and they see the Thunder Punch, they're like, oh, okay, well, I'll play Mithrix, or I'll play Loader the same way I always play Loader. I'm just gonna charge up my punch from far away, and oops, it's Thunder Slam, or Thunder Punch. Or I'll try to move away with this, and oops, I'm stun locked because I hit an enemy with Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is weird. It's a really awkward ability. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much more he has in him. This is a really slow phase 1. Really isn't playing that aggressive, is playing safe. But even with playing safe, just wasn't ready for that move. Let's see that one more time. Let's see it one more time. As W goes for the punch. Gets hit by Mithrix. Mithrix is going to dash away. Oh, not even yet. Okay. We went a little too far behind. And there we go. Mithrix right now, he's focused on that drone. So he's going to run to the drone and then redirect onto W. Oh, God. I don't know if Mithrix was going for W or going for the drone right there, but W walked right into Mithrix's trap. Now, at this point, it's kind of a tough thing to figure out. You can try and grapple and jump away. If you see Mithrix right here, maybe if it's a few frames earlier, you can punch away, because if you punch now, you're going to get stun locked in the air, and you're not going to go anywhere. If you try to punch away, looking away from Mithrix, I'm pretty sure you're still in his hitbox, but you got to try something. Like right now, just punch, just punch, just punch. Nope. Tries to punch inward. You can even see the dead corpse looking inwards towards Mithrix. That's not going to work. Look at that. Was like, all right, time to get Mithrix. I'm out of range. Nope. That hammer's got a wide range. It's got a big radius in that hitbox. It hits JP. It then goes over the 6 D-minute, 41-second mark and has to concede. GG's to Zinc, who gets 5 points in this loadout and managed to get everyone else to DNF. In a loadout that nobody could finish within an hour, Zinc did it in 20 minutes. Well played. GG.